All right, let's talk about two terms you hear all the time in business: warehouse management and inventory management. They sound so similar, right? But honestly, mixing them up can be a really expensive mistake. So, what's the actual difference? We're going to break it all down. You've probably heard people use these terms interchangeably, and hey, it's an easy mistake to make. But are they just two different names for the same exact thing? Or is there a super important distinction here that can pretty much make or break a business? Let's get into it. So, before we start pulling them apart to see the differences, we first have to look at where they actually connect. It really helps to think of them as two sides of the very same coin. Both are absolutely essential for managing how your goods move from point A to point B. On a basic level, both of these systems are involved in the day-to-day journey of a product. We're talking about scanning barcodes, packing up boxes, shipping things out, and bringing new orders in. And it's this shared ground, right here, that causes all the confusion. Okay, so to really get the difference, let's use a metaphor. This makes it so much clearer. Think of warehouse management as a magnifying glass. You're getting a super detailed, close-up view. And then think of inventory management as a panoramic camera. You're seeing the whole wide-angle picture. Keep that in your head as we go through this. Let's start by grabbing that magnifying glass. We're about to zoom way in on all the operations happening inside one very specific place: the warehouse. At its heart, warehouse management is, well, exactly what it sounds like. It's a super focused system that manages everything, and I really do mean everything, that happens within the four walls of that warehouse. The most important thing to get here is that it's all about location, location, location. Its number one job is to answer one question with total precision. Where is this specific item right this second? It's all about the physical reality of that product sitting on that shelf. And how on earth does it do that? Well, by getting incredibly detailed. A good warehouse management system, or a WMS, basically creates a digital map of the entire building. We're talking down to the aisle, the rack, and even the specific little bin it's in. This gives it the exact coordinates for every single item, which makes finding and moving stuff hyper-efficient. Okay, time to put down the magnifying glass and pick up that panoramic camera. We're zooming out now to look at the much bigger picture with inventory management. See, the big difference here is the scope. Inventory management isn't just concerned with what's happening inside one building. It's about the broad, high-level oversight of your inventory as a business asset, no matter where it happens to be. So, if warehouse management was all about the physical where, inventory management is all about the strategic what and why. What products do we actually have? How much are they worth? And, maybe most importantly, why do we have them? It's all about the business value behind the physical items. And this is where it connects to the entire business. It's tracking the financial stuff like profit margins, it's helping you decide when to buy more stuff, and it's following a product as it moves between, say, different stores or warehouses. It plugs into sales, marketing, finance. Its reach goes way beyond the warehouse doors. So we've looked at the micro view and the macro view, the magnifying glass and the camera. Now let's see how they actually work together as partners. Because this isn't about picking one over the other, it's about understanding how they team up. Let's just break it down really clearly, side by side. Okay, scope. For warehouse management, it's internal, just inside those warehouse walls. But for inventory management, we're talking the entire business. What about the focus? Well, one is all about physical location, and the other's about financial data. The data itself tells the story. One system knows the bin number, the other system knows the profit margin. You see, they really need each other to work effectively. And that brings us to a really key takeaway here. This is not a competition. A small business might just need a pretty simple inventory system to get by. A massive logistics company, on the other hand, is going to need a super complex warehouse system. The right balance just depends on the business, but both of these functions are critical. So look, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. Warehouse management knows where the product is. It's the physical location. Inventory management knows why that product is there in the first place. It's the business reason. And that leaves us with a kind of cool question for the future. As AI gets better at predicting what we'll buy and robots start managing warehouse floors, is that line between these two systems going to start to blur? Could they eventually just merge into one single super smart logistics brain? Definitely something to think about as the world of commerce keeps changing.